little play fake here on first down. Out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Detroit!
And they'll go on the ground, shelling through the defense. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
First down, Rudolph. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On third down, it's Hodges. And some space here. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Rudolph, open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll go with a keeper. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mason Rudolph taking it in. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. First carry for James Conner, and he'll get this one up to the 26. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's pulled in at the 32. Oh, he slipped right by him. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They go play action here on 1st down, and that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
3rd and long. It's Rudolph. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Jaleel Scott. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're doing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Now they set up a screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson looking to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return will actually lose 11 yards, but they get the interception. They have the football.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Rudolph just does beat the play clock. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Over! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have another first down and more. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rudolph on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, it's Rudolph. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Got you now, Barney. Barney. Over. Got you now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Gano out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 20.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Jackson on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Throwing is Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. He's got a man complete. The 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And oh, it's blocked. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Steelers. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Going up top. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he works free. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. A final shot before break. Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Here's Rudolph. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Leopard. Leopard. Over, 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 over.
And they'll run it here. He's to the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Over, 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 over.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll come out in the pistol. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This is where you're probably weighing the score and the clock. 3rd quarter, so maybe it's a little early to start worrying about how much time is left in the game. But if you kick the field goal, you make it a 2-score game. A tough balance and a tough decision for any coach to make.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down. It'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue Landy! Blue Landy!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Steps away to his left. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 33. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, here's Rudolph. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch it now, Barney!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney! Watch it now, Barney!
And on the ground they go with a running back. How about this defense? For a 3rd straight play, he's going nowhere. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 on time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to look deep down the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Over!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And some room to roam now. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 6 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Gano for the extra point. The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks. But it's incomplete and now second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Gonzalez. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, you got 3, three down. Watch it now, Barney. SOS. All right, now, lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jaleel Scott, a 16-yard touchdown, and the Ravens cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This time, the extra point up and good, and that will get them one closer. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gone.
They will throw it here with Rudolph. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 46 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
Right, now,
I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Detroit!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
It is just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Steelers, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.